Hi, I'm State Representative Jenny Graham from Spokane's Mighty 6th District, here to talk to you about House Bill 2030. Well, the meat of what this bill does is it would allow anybody not convicted of the death penalty, which they call an infamous crime, to be able to vote in our elections, to be able to sit on a jury, and to be able to run for public office, even if they are incarcerated. If you stop and you think about what this bill actually does, first of all, I don't know why they even included the death penalty in this. It's a little bit of a red herring because they used a bill to claim that the death penalty was obsolete. So technically, even with the moratorium, we don't have a death penalty. So that means that anybody right now serving in prison or jail is eligible for this. And I would have to honestly ask people when they stop and think about what this bill actually does. Gary Ridgeway hunted people. He hunted children and he murdered them for entertainment. Is that type of a person who we really want, if for whatever crazy reason he did get elected, to be able to make policy decisions regarding what happens in our schools, regarding what happens with other individuals that commit these horrendous crimes? I think that, when we think about rehabilitation, which again, I think this is really far out there. It feels like a really bad episode of The Twilight Zone right now. But when this is, I'm guessing, more aimed at rehabilitation. However, I think it's honestly really fair to start asking the question, what's the definition of rehabilitation? In my opinion, it is somebody that takes responsibility for what they've done. They apologize, they don't try to blame it on somebody else, they participate in treatment, in going to programs, and apologize. And most importantly, if they do get out, that they don't continue making more crime victims and leaving dead bodies in their wake. If that last part is happening, that's when you switch it over to enabling, emboldening, and rewarding deadly and dangerous behavior that is absolutely going to come to your doorstep if these individuals get back out into the community. And there are some people, depending on what the crime is, and Gary Ridgeway wouldn't be one. I had a face-to-face meeting with him, and he did say that if he ever got out, he would do this again. And I think that what's been really troubling about what I'm seeing here at the state level is the absolute disregard for the safety of our families, our businesses, and our communities when we're talking about the worst of the worst. We can't arrest our way out of the crime problems that we have, but we also can't downplay them, ignore them, put the blame on somebody else, stick our head in the sand, or deny our way out of this crime problem either. Because what's happening is we have more and more and more of these crimes that are being perpetrated. That's murder, that's violent crime. Those numbers are skyrocketing in Washington state for a reason. And it's because of the bad policy that is being passed through the people's house that is having a profound effect on our families. Thank you for listening. Thank you for paying attention to these very important issues. Thank you for being part of the solution in Washington state for us to be able to have safe and clean neighborhoods that we can live and play and work and retire in. Thank you so much for your care and concern.